Hello everybody, hola a todos, cześć wszystkim. In this video about Keycloak, I'm going to show you how to set up single sign-on using SAML 2.0 protocol. Apart of using Keycloak, I will use JumpCloud service. There are a lot of single sign-on providers that support OAuth 2, OpenID, SAML 2.0. You can Google for them. I will be using JumpCloud because it gives you a free account that is not a trial which expires after a month. JumpCloud free account has its limits, but for small teams or proof of concepts, it's ideal. So if you don't have single sign-on SAML provider, check these guys out. I will be setting up single sign-on in parallel because both parties, they need to be aware of each other. I will start with Keycloak. I have Keycloak running on my Kubernetes already, as you know from previous videos. So let's assume that we have a new customer, a new tenant, and this tenant requires single sign-on using SAML 2.0. So let's add a new realm, customer free. Okay, new realm created. Let's set up single sign-on here. Under the identity providers, select SAML 2.0, alias JumpCloud, friendly name JumpCloud, and I'm going to copy this URL. In JumpCloud, I'm going into single sign-on. There is a catalog of pre-built SSO connectors. It is a custom application, so we will have to add a custom SAML app. Let's assume it is a hotel application. Access URL is this. Service provider identifier is this part. Identity provider ID is JumpCloud. These values have to match with Keycloak, otherwise SAML will not work. As a name ID, we will be using email, that's right, but we will use email address format. We want our SAML assertions to be signed. Keycloak, on the other hand, will be verifying those signatures, making sure that they indeed were issued by JumpCloud. URL, we will call it hotel. We will set it up in a moment in Keycloak. And now, important thing, the SAML assertion comes with just the email address. We in Keycloak would like to sync first name and last name as well. So let's add these attributes to SAML as well. So first name, and we also want last name. Okay, that's all. In user groups, we also have to enable which groups have access to this SAML application. In our case, all users. Okay, we are ready now. Activate. Yeah, continue. And it's ready. We will now export metadata, and in Keycloak console we will import it and hit import. Okay, so we see that this URL was populated, name ID format was changed to email, we have some other settings enabled. We will be validating the signature, of course, and we will trust the email. Okay, so let's save it. In mappers, we will map first name and last name to Keycloak attributes. So let's hit create. First name, mapper type attribute importer. So the attribute name in SAML is first name lowercase. In Keycloak, as you can see in the tip, they are using camel case. So first name camel case. Let's hit save. Okay, let's add last name. In SAML it's lowercase, last name. In Keycloak it's camel case. Okay, and that's everything we need. Let's try to log in now into our account. So as you can see now on the login page on the right, I have a Jump Cloud button. So I'm going to click it. I'm redirected to Jump Cloud, and I have the login page here. I have a test account created. It's Johnny Putnik. I will log in. I've enabled MFA on that account, so I have to provide a verification code 793647 login, and it worked. I'm in Keycloak now. Email is pre-populated, as well as first name and last name from the SAML assertions. Let's save it, and yeah, this account is now ready to be used in Keycloak. So folks, in this video that's all. In the next video I'm going to show you how to configure social providers, like for example GitHub. Stay tuned, like the video and subscribe. Thanks.